Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. We are on yet another goofy, weird, funky job because that seems to be all I get these days is weird, goofy, funky jobs. So today we are prepping a lot for a bunch of millings to come in. So right out in front of us, I'm at a landscape supply yard right now, and right out in front of the business is M59, which is one of our decent size kind of thoroughfares in Michigan here. And so they are about to mill, I think about 4 miles, and all of those millings are going to come here. It's about 6,600 ton. I say that the majority of them are coming here. So 6,600 tons roughly is what they are expecting to come off of the road. Most of it's going to come here, and then my farmer buddy down the road is going to get the rest of it. And so today my job is prepped a lot for the millings that are coming on Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so I'll have today for prep. Tomorrow, they're gonna do some really piddly stuff. There might be 2 or 3 truckloads of millings that show up, but really Thursday is when they start to mill officially, formally. So here's what we've got basically. They used to use this area to dump old mulch and stuff, non-full loads that are just kind of half trash. So we're gonna scrounge that up along with any topsoil back here, and we are gonna shove that back and build on this berm and kind of get it out of the way. And depending on how much topsoil I get up, if there is any extra and that berm starts getting ridiculous, then I might actually just make a little pile back here in the corner somewhere. So we're basically stripping. Let me walk you back. Here's our old familiar friend, the D5K. I love that little machine. So basically what we're going to be stripping is to this side of the dozer, and you can kind of see his little road here. We're actually going to come all the way to this little grass strip here. We're going to strip all of it, shove it back against the berm, and that should leave this whole area to become a gigantic pile of millings starting on Thursday. So it's pretty straightforward. Today's just stripping. So we're going to jump in the dozer here. I'll try to get the drone in the air so that we can get kind of a, a little better angle down on what's going on. And yeah, as always, we'll catch you in the machine. All right, guys. There's my switch here. Gotta fill this air right up. I think we're officially and formally ready. Come on, baby. Ooh, she is on the floor. Okay, we're gonna start with that. Since you guys, I'm sure, don't want to sit here and watch me play with an air ride seat this whole time. Oh, so we're gonna start with this pile of mulch, shove it up against the berm, and then we'll actually start digging down and scraping for topsoil. And it gets a little wet back here. I was not expecting that. We should be all right though. We're in an LGP dozer. Uh-oh, got an airplane in the area. Okay. Nice thing about mulch is we ought to be able to push. We ought to be able to, whoop, let's see here. Okay, yep. I got an airplane in the area. I can't freaking hear this thing hardly. Let's try that, see if that works a little better. All right, like I was saying, nice thing about this mulch, I ought to be able to push a fair amount of it across this lot because it's so light. Maybe, we'll see. So when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm literally gonna ditch the blade and go back for another pass. I'm not worried about shaping the berm right now. I'm more concerned about getting the material over there, and then we'll shape the berm afterwards. This dozer is right on the verge of needing a set of tracks. Grousers are starting to get a little short. Tell you what, after running that D6 and that Komatsu 61PX out there in Minnesota, this little D5 feels a lot more like a little machine. I kind of miss having that big old, what was it, 10-foot wide blade? 12 foot? I don't remember what the blade width is on the 6. Boy, there's some meat in the middle of that pile. Come on, baby, come on. So I'm thinking I can be wrapped up here in about 2.5 hours. We should be able to get this all stripped and moved into place, and then I am done and out for the day. Today's going to be a short video, just because stripping is not going to take this long. There's not a ton of topsoil back here that's going to need to be shoved off. In fact, I think the majority of my time is going to be shoving this mulch out of the way. So once I get this all stripped and prepped, I am out. And then I will come back on Thursday to actually start pushing millings. Alright guys, this is probably the next hour and a half at least of my life, is just shoving this, well, maybe not an hour and a half, probably at least another 45 minutes to an hour of my life. And there goes the drone, which I knew was coming. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the cameras off, and I will catch you guys here in a short little bit. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, I just got back from grabbing some lunch. This is taking a little bit longer than anticipated. We've had some issues with our little dozer that could. Unfortunately, she's been well, not actively overheating, but pretty dang close. I've been running about a bar and a half below the red mark. So she's been running pretty dang hot. We came out, I'd say Lance, the farmer, sent out one of his guys with the service truck with the air compressor. We blew out the cooling stack and it seemed to help a little bit, but within a half hour or so it was back to running pretty hot. So check the air filter. The air filter is pretty gummed up, so we've got a new air filter coming here in another hour or so. We'll throw that in there and see what happens. So anyway, it's now like 12:40 or so, and I'm gonna try to finish this out. I've got the nasty side over here fairly well stripped. It was kind of soft and spongy. I was having a hard time getting traction and doing decent sized pushes over there. So I'm finally away from that enough that we're able to make some headway here. So all that being said, I'm hoping we can finish the rest of this out in about an hour and a half. Time will tell. This is where it gets hard to operate. After lunch, I'm just, I'm moving about half speed. My brain's in nap mode. By the way, you may notice you're not going to hear the engine throttle down. Oh, never mind. I take that back. We're going to switch that back over. I did put this thing in the mode where you're no longer using your decelerator pedal. There we go. Oops. There we go. So we are no longer using the decel pedal as a decelerator. Now we're going to use it as the transmission control. And that way we've got full power when we get into these pushes here. Kind of thinking I'm going to do a pass this way and expose more of the topsoil going out here. And if you've ever wondered in a situation like this how you can tell what you're actually getting, is you're looking at the cuttings coming up and rolling off of the blade. And that will tell you, because that's where the material's hitting and rolling up, that will tell you what's actively under your blade, whether you're in topsoil or clay. And that's how you're able to chase topsoil without actively, you know, making short little passes to see what's out in front of you. Oof. Oof. There's not many rocks out here, but when you hit one, it about knocks your teeth out. So the reason I'm switching my pattern here is because I want to be able to push straight up into my stockpile here on the end. And I want to get that built up. And then once it's built up, then I'll switch back to doing the long passes across, and I'll start building my berm up there. Is kind of my logic here. Lots of mulch of various kinds. You can tell this is just where they dumped a bunch of stuff over the years and it's slowly been breaking down. Pretty decent soil that's going to come out of here once they screen it. Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on. Alright guys, once I get this pushed up here, I think I'm going to shut the cameras off and keep at it, because this is it. This is what we're doing the rest of the day. And I will catch you guys for the wrap-up video. Catch you guys here in a little bit. Alright guys, we are done. It took significantly longer than I thought. There was actually a fair amount of material here. So, I mean, you could see by how much we built that berm up in the back. That was a fair amount of dirt that came out of here, even though it doesn't look like it. You can kind of tell how much we took back there. You're kind of getting, I bet you're 1.5 feet that we took out. Out here in the middle, in this low area, we've probably got about 1.5 feet that we took out. So yeah, significantly more material than I thought was going to come out of that hole. But we're done. We got it. Dozer's been kind of right under the overheating mark all day long. I'm going to have Lance take a look at that. We're going to put a new air filter in it, see if that helps at all. But it's both the hydraulic and the coolant that are both getting hot. So I'm really wondering if he's got something going on with the fan, like fan clutch issue. I don't know. So anyway, that's it for today. So we'll see how I edit all this together, whether it's going to be, you know, this is its own vlog, or if I wait and do a day worth of millings. But we are gone for the next 2 days. And then in 2 days, on Thursday, we will be back out here to spread millings. So without further ado, I'm sorry guys, I don't have anything cool to show you. Like I'm gonna send you out on a hyperlapse because this is too small of a project to drone. Like it makes no sense to have a drone shot of a little tiny parking lot. So with that being said, you guys enjoy the hyperlapse. We'll catch you on the next video.